Hello, 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 party people. It's Monday, and as we know, Mondays suck. If you're here, you are on the best Monday show ever because it happens on Monday. This show is going to be interesting, ups, down, a lot to talk about, and I can't wait to actually have it on. But you know, my show doesn't happen without the man, the myth, the legend, the wife beater wearing whiskey connoisseur of the neighborhood, my man, Timmy.
Oh shit. You came here to roast my ass, but guess what? I'm gonna roast your ass because your motherfucking internet needs some fucking internet.
My
And
my internet is perfectly
your
fine.
camera needs some fucking camera.
That is true. That is true. My camera is
I'll
against me
take
right
the
now.
wife beater comment, but this is a tank top, sir. This is a
It's
muscle tee. I
it
got the
depend on
guns out.
who you
The
ask.
sun was out and I was grilling today. You better
It depend on
recognize.
who you ask. Some people call it, you know, some people call it tank top. I call it wife beater. So uh let me jump on and go live here. And it's Monday, so Monday suck. Okay,
Let's do it.
let's do it. Um, all right, party people. Like I said, it
There it
is
is.
Monday, and Monday sucks. If you're here, happy Monday. Welcome to the shit show, aka the new thing. Welcome, Paul. Welcome all the people that watch every Monday. Like I said, this show does not happen without the man, the myth, the legend himself, my man Tim, who is gonna join us now. So if you're here, we appreciate your support. We love that you're here. We are everywhere, right? You have no excuses. We are on YouTube.
Excuses.
We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter, and obviously we are here on on your in your face. So
Your
welcome.
face.
It is Monday. Monday sucks. Mine sucks. My internet, my camera is having issues today, but no matter. I'm here. If you hear, cheers.
I get ripped on all the
Cheers.
time about my internet, so I got to rip on you a little bit. I got to give you
No,
some grief.
absolutely, 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 absolutely.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Cheers, welcome.
Welcome, 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 party people. So let's get into it. Let's get into it this Monday.
I can tell you this right now. I already feel this show in my liver. Like I already know it's gonna be a show,
Oh yeah.
and I can tell you that right now because we have two things to celebrate.
Okay.
I'm sure there's many other things to celebrate. But I ask this first. I wish that you would all join me, okay? In let's see, what are we gonna do this with? Because we gotta pay homage, okay?
Okay. Who are we paying homage to?
We're paying homage. What are you doing downstairs? Okay, my son just walked. Harrison just walked downstairs. First of all, we are paying homage to that dude Ryan. He hit 10,000 followers today. So, sir, this slam
So
is for you.
that one dude Ryan
That one
is
dude Ryan.
is that one dude Ryan on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, and everywhere else. His name is that one dude Ryan. And for him, we are, he does the slam and sip. For all of you guys who don't know, we
Slam
literally
and sip.
have no. That's the funny thing. People don't understand. I see a lot of people who always will be acting like their channel is the only channel to actually be. And I'm like, no, we celebrate everybody in the community
We gotta
here.
celebrate everybody, man. We're all about
So
this community.
for you, that one dude, Ryan, I'm actually having something fancy for you today. I'm having a Parker Heritage heavy charred,
Oh, heavy
um,
char rye, heavy char
heavy charred rye.
rye.
So if that one dude Ryan is not here and he's too busy celebrating, tell him we are celebrating him here today
Yeah,
on the
tell him,
show.
send him messages, send him comments. Congratulate that guy.
We
He's
are we
worked
are
hard.
always we are always happy for the people. So tell him Monday Sucks says congratulations.
Congratulations.
We are
Next,
always
next,
happy for our people.
Next
He's part of the
item.
community, and we love celebrating the community. He just hit 10K followers today. Uh, so we are very happy for you. In good old fashioned, cheers to you. And
This one's for you. I'm gonna do this guy. This guy. Ryan, congratulations, man. I know
so
you grinded.
congratulations on hitting 10K.
You grinded
We are
hard
very,
to get
very
to where
happy
you
and
are.
proud of you.
You grinded hard to get to where you are, my dude. I'm proud of you. Keep on keeping on, bud. This is to you.
Absolutely. So we love celebrating people. I'm very, very happy that he reached a 10K. It was a journey. We saw the beginning of his journey.
We
I'm
did.
happy he's here. So if you guys have something to celebrate, I'm always the first one to want to celebrate with people. Your accomplishment are a big deal. Actually, something interesting to celebrate also today.
Oh, yes.
Um, our man, aka the hubby of the Female Whiskey Society, Mr. Ian Igner. I don't know how to say the
Wah,
last
wah,
name.
wah,
Is it
wah,
Igner or Ignat?
wah.
I hate to say Ignat because in the hood that means something else. So, but Mr. Ian Igner is one of the new participant on the Truth is Barrel Proof podcast. He actually I kind of called him out to say I love his delivery, and I wanted him to be part of the Truth is Barrel Proof podcast group and be able to participate. And if you guys are on Facebook or listen to podcasts, I don't know, for some reason I don't promote that podcast, and for good reasons. I want it to be the safe haven for
Sure.
true whiskey lovers,
Yeah, man.
and not just a podcast like everybody else's podcast out there where you actually the Truth is Barrel Proof is a 5-minute podcast, real authentic reaction from people. They open the bottle right in front of you, they try it. Ian is still working on his. I'm pretty sure he was nervous when he was doing it, but you tell us
It
something
still
nice
kicked ass. Yep.
about the bottle. You tell us a little history of the bottle. You taste the bottle right there. My objective when I was coming up with this concept is that what if you literally had someone in your ear at the store when you're going to pick up a bottle, right? The hardest thing that happen is you go to the store clerk can tell you whatever. But what if there was an eclectic group of whiskey spirit people that have been doing it way longer than you have, that you can go in there for 5 minutes? The time for you to walk through the store, you heard the taste note, you heard someone drink it live and tell you exactly what it is, and you're gone. We're not gonna bore you for an hour, 2 or 3. That's what Monday Sucks is for. We literally, we literally will give you, we literally will give you a 5-minute honest review of a bottle right when you have it. And that's what the Truth is Barrel Proof is. So for all of you guys who don't know, like, or will hear of it randomly, it's actually because I want to keep it like a best known secret. You either know about it or you don't know about it. But hopefully by the time people participate into this, you have a huge library of 5-minute videos, of 5-minute audio files of people that can just tell you real live right now, what does your bottle taste like, what is it like, and then you choose if you want to buy it or not.
Yep.
So it's one of those things that I think is very important, because new people that walk into the business, everybody, I've been so many times in front of at a store to get something, and I'm like, which I wonder if Tim already had this. If he had it, I want to know what he thinks, right? Or I wonder if Joe already had this, because if he tells me in my ear right now, 5 minutes, what I need to know, obviously that's perfect.
Yep.
So that's what the Truth is Barrel Proof podcast is. Congratulations, Ian. You just joined the dream team. This is the place where you really make a difference in whiskey lovers' life, on people that want to know about whiskey and that don't want the whole frou bra bra about it. So congratulations. So if you haven't seen my story, go and blow Ian up. Listen to his first podcast, his first episode. Ian will be taking Mondays I'll be doing Wednesdays. We already have Wendy. Wendy does Fridays. So the goal is to actually have people that are coming now to commit to their day so your audience can follow you. I didn't create this platform for me, I created it for people that are whiskey people. So if you come in, take your day, and your audience follow you. Obviously, by doing that, I think Wendy in the last 3 months, I've seen a big influx in her account because people listen to her and they're like, "Oh, let me go see what she does." So this is not for me; it's for all of y'all. So if you think you're good at what you do, if you think you can take 5 minutes to tell me something interesting, taste the whiskey, and tell me why I should buy it, then you can actually join also the group of people. Tim is already part of it. What do you call it? And every now and then we
Oh my
load.
God, Wendy does have the best voice. I
Yeah,
swear. Oh God, when she sends me like long like I miss you letters or like hey I'm thinking about you letters, and like I read it, I always just imagine her voice because it's just so it's so good, so good.
so you will have you may end up having your favorite. You may end up actually knowing who you actually want to follow. So if you're a podcaster, if you're on your Apple device or an Android device, just look up the Truth is Barrel Proof. Join. A new episode drop. 3 episode pretty much a week. It's 5 minutes, and I'm hoping we will drop an episode every day where everybody has have their day.
I feel like
And
I have enough. I feel like I have enough backlogged content now to like send it all to you, and like literally
brother, I'm
something
not gonna
hits.
sit there and cipher through every one of your backlogs. I've been
Well,
telling you a long time ago, when you
well,
review a whiskey, just send it so
that's what I'm
we can
saying.
push it every week.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like I will. That's I got you. Don't worry. Plenty of content. Plenty of
The
content.
other thing that happens is that I tell people all the time, if you like a whiskey and you don't send it, somebody else send it. I mean, you can't send yours because that's just a duplicate. So I would like to we gonna continue with the celebration. Who's the next person? All right. So
it's it's my dude's birthday.
if you don't follow him, today is the Chugs, aka Dan Kid's birthday. So if you guys are here, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Dan Kid's birthday. If you guys are here and you don't know who Dan Kid's, his handle is Heavy Bourbon.
Heavy,
Heavy Bourbon.
heavy bourbon.
When
Yes,
I
sir.
came on the scene about 3 years ago, he was one of the first people that I actually will religiously follow every day because he will go in his little canoe and then he would chug in the middle
Oh
of the
man.
lake at
Yep.
2 o'clock
Yep.
every
Two
day.
clock chugs. 2 o'clock chugs. Yep.
Every single day at 2 o'clock. Is his birthday today. His second name is the Bob Ross of whiskey. That's who he is. He's the Bob Ross of whiskey. Um, so for him today, heavy bourbon, happy birthday. He's 38-year-old today. A happy birthday to you. It will be almost unfair if we don't chug in your honor.
Gotta
So
chug in his
for
honor.
all of you guys who know heavy bourbon, go and wish him a happy birthday. And on Monday sucks year, we are coming in hot. We are chugging in your honor. Happy
This
birthday,
is
bud.
to you, buddy. Cheers, my dude. Ooh, I can feel this show in my liver already.
Hmm.
That is to you, buddy. Woo! All right. And that's that as far as congratulations, celebrations. Whew. Oh, actually, okay. I have more things to talk. Plenty of more things to talk about. But
Go ahead.
as far as celebrations go, I sent you an email. Are you able to pull part of that email up on the screen? Can you do
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yeah. I can do it on the YouTube side. I can't do it on the IG side
So, okay,
because
guys, if you're watching right now on Instagram and you want to know what we're talking about, go over to the YouTube or go over to the Facebook for this part. You should be there anyways. I mean, we like the cross pollination, but you should be over there
You said
anyways.
cross pollination.
So I had a very busy day today. Lots of emails, lots of meetings, lots of phone calls. It was a day. Spent a lot of time on the computer, spent a lot of time on the phone, but one of the emails that came across my laptop today was from Total Wine, which was also interesting because I had just gotten home from Total Wine. Okay. And this is what my email was. Okay. Apparently, I can't confirm or deny this because I don't follow Fred Minnick religiously. If you're not over at YouTube, make sure you go over there. We got screen grabs going right now. I do not follow Fred Minnick religiously.
You guys should be already following Hood Sommelier on YouTube anyway. If you don't, this is your fault. That's why I'm like, I have 15,000 followers here on IG, but I don't understand how my followers on IG don't follow us on YouTube and won't follow me on YouTube at all.
I hear you.
Y'all make me always choose violence. When I wake up and I don't want to choose violence on a Monday, y'all do things to remind me that I need to choose violence. How is 15,000 people y'all following me here, but my YouTube that has all the video, all the wisdom from Africa, y'all don't follow it?
Done goofing.
You know the funny thing, there's a theory. There's a theory that I heard. It's called the theory of the subjective outlet in social media. The outlet that you started with will always have more followers than your regular outlet. Honey,
That's just
a regular glass of water. I'm gonna need to do it again.
Hey.
That's my daughter. Yeah. I tell you guys, have kids that are old enough so you can send them to go fetch you stuff.
Yes.
That's why that's the only great thing about having kids old enough. They can fetch you everything. Beer me, bourbon.
Beer me. Beer me, bourbon me, water me. Let's go. Okay, so back to this, right? Had just gotten home from Total Wine. Went and did a pickup. I bought some bottles for the 30 days of bonded from a local guy because I had a few slots to fill, and had to pick up a couple more bottles in there. So I had just gotten home, get back on the laptop, going through emails, and I see this. Okay, so we're over here on YouTube now. I don't know if Fred Minnick is endorsing Total Wine, or if he just so happened to taste their whiskey, and he said this about him. Like I said, I don't religiously follow him, so I can't make heads or tails of this right now because I didn't get time to go through it and actually look at it.
But this is what it looks like. This is what the email looks like.
This is what the email looks like. Okay, so you go through the email. Once again, if you're not over on YouTube, go with this right now. There's like 5, 6, 7 brands. I don't know. Anyway. Can you click on see the full list? Because this is actually kind of there's more than just this shit that's here.
So maybe is a collaboration with Total Wine because they say Shop Minnick Pick. That means those are his picks.
Click on that. Watch. Here's the thing.
The full
this
list.
Is coming. Okay. This is coming from a dude that used to work for Total Wine. Okay. This is okay. That's why I'm speaking on this.
So they're saying the things say trending. Hold on. Let me see.
Is it?
Hold on. Stop sharing this one, and I'm gonna share that tab. Chrome tab.
Please hold. Technical difficulties. Slightly.
No,
not really. Not really.
I just want to make sure we have the right one.
Okay.
So they say this is.
Okay. Here we go. Can you just start? I'm going to start talking, and you can start scrolling.
Okay.
First call is a Total Wine brand. Okay.
But it's considered. This is what Fred Minnick has picked, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what it's called. Is the Fred Minnick pick right here?
But these are brands that are specific to Total Wine. Like these are the brands that boost Total Wine's numbers. That yeah, okay. These are all
May
Total
not
Wine
always
brands.
be
You
the
can
greatest
only
whiskey. Let's just say it.
I I have a lot of thoughts and feelings, and that's why I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. May
is
not
he
always be the greatest whiskey.
is he collaborating with Total Wine now,
Yeah,
or
because obviously he have his own picks. It's like if like it's like if you have the Martha Stewart list, right? It's like, oh, you go to Best Bath and Beyond. They're like, oh, this is the Martha Stewart pick.
I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this because this whiskey is not quality whiskey. Okay, it's not bad whiskey, but it's
At
not
least Whistle
quality.
Pig is premium selection.
I want to know how much money was involved. This show might get
That's
me in
not
a lot
that's
of.
none of your business, but
It's
okay.
not. It's not. It's not any of my business, and this show might get me in some trouble. But I have a lot of thoughts, feelings, and questions about this. Is it a partnership? Is it? Is it?
The question is it a partnership? Did Fred literally endorse every single one of these picks that he says his pick? Does he think that these are actually good whiskey for people to have? That's the real question. I would
But
love to
that's the
actually
thing.
ask Fred Minnick himself. Maybe I will
Same,
call him tomorrow and ask him.
same. Because I legitimately want to know, as someone who used to work there. Okay. First of all, these are not bad whiskeys, but these are not whiskeys that I would push somebody to buy or recommend on a regular basis. Some of them, yes. Most of them, no.
Who is saying to stop bitching?
Someone
Who's
talking shit.
Bourbon Bar?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
No. Who's Bourbon Bar?
I don't know.
Who
They've
thinks
never,
who think he can
never.
take his idiocy into onto my show? Because since we want to be assholes, I can be one. Who think he can just come in and just say stop bitching? There was no bitching involved. So I can give you two options. You can be actually cordial, or I can block you and you can just go find something else to do on your Monday, Bourbon Bar. That's just my choice. Because there's a level of disrespect that I don't allow here. It's Monday, that sucks, but I don't need you to bring your assholeness onto the show. I'm just being honest right now. These are literally remarks that are being done, not bitching. So, Bourbon Bar, I'm waiting for your next comment.
Nothing to say. Still here. Nothing to say. Someone said over on the YouTube comments, he is 1,000% in Total Wine's pocket.
Thank you.
Laughing out loud, I have seen him walk into Total Wine empty-handed and walk out with a box of whiskey and not being ragged up for it. I can't confirm or deny that because I have not seen it personally, but I did find this extremely interesting because I don't consider Total Wine's brands to be of quality. It's not bad
And
bourbon,
that's
but it's not
100%
something.
your, that's your opinion.
That's
You work
me.
there.
That's just
Yeah.
me. Yeah, that's just me. As someone who worked there and tried this stuff on a regular basis and had to sell it to people,
This
that's
is on YouTube. I have somebody here who said Stano said this is he's 1,000% in Total Wine pocket. Yeah, I've seen him walk, in. So these are lowly people that believe so, but I mean, no one knows, but it looks like there's a partnership happening there.
it does. It
So
does. And it's weird because it looks like somebody capitalizing on something that somebody just happened to talk about, but
mhm.
it also kind of looks like a partnership, right? So example, okay? You and me are having a show and we're talking about something that you and I both got, and we're going on about how much we love it and how
Mhm.
great we thought it, and that brand grabs what we said, puts it into text format, and promotes it that way. Cool,
Correct.
awesome.
No,
So that's
not
what I'm
awesome. Not awesome
well,
because
I mean, not awesome in the
there
fact
is
that like
always a
I'm not
certain
getting
agreement between content creators
yes.
and people that are putting something out there. So for someone to use, I mean, even the picks that I help do, if they're gonna use me as a referral or as a reference for people to go, hey, Jack, Hood Sommelier loved this pick, so you should probably buy it. They still ask me for my opinion and they ask for my permission, and they also ask if I want something before they use my name and my content to be able to actually promote it.
So Heavy Bourbon and I ran into that about a year or so ago. We went on a couple barrel picks with this guy, and we picked him some barrels, and it was understood that we were also going to get compensated in bottles of this pick that we did.
Yeah.
And dude disappeared and put my name on the bottle and Dan's name on the bottle, and it sold out. And Dan never got any of it. Heavy Bourbon never got any of it, and I never got any of it. And he fucking sold out of the pick. So yeah, absolutely.
Jake, I love your hat so much. I always tell brands, you want me to actually wear your stuff for free? Just send me a hat. I'll definitely wear it. This bald head need protection. Jake, I have actually two Star Wars hat. I have what I call my stay at home hat, and I'm going out hat of Star Wars, and they both look like this.
Jake, just want to put it out there. I have no Star Wars hats, so
Jake said he doesn't have one himself.
If you want to maybe make something happen, that would be cool. If not, no worries. Just like my hats. But yeah, so that's kind of the end of that.
I mean, it's interesting.
I legitimately want to just sit down with him. Like, I don't want to put him on blast. So like, if you guys are watching this right now or you're watching the recast, don't think this is me putting him on blast. I respect him. I like what he has to say. I'm where I'm at right now because of what he's doing. Like, I aspire to be on his level. Okay? So don't think
a lot of people aspire to be on Fred.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. I don't want to be.
He is truly, I think. But when I look at this whiskeys right here, I don't know anything about them. So hopefully there is more message coming out of Fred. But he's pushing it obviously on his followers, so he must know something that I don't. So that's
I've drank all of these, and these aren't something. Can you scroll up again really quick? Are you at the bottom of the list?
No, I'm at the top.
Okay, go to the top.
First Call.
Okay, First Call bourbon. No, I would not tell you to drink that. Black Eagle. I would say you could buy a bottle if you're making mixed drinks or making cocktails for people that you don't love, or something where it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, go ahead. That's the Oregon Bonded. Okay, that's actually a decent bottle. I would say pick that up. I like bonded shit. That's awesome. We'll go for that. Hickory Hill. Oh, Hickory Hill's a hit or miss. I have some Hickory Hill in my collection. I don't know about that specific Hickory Hill. Hickory Hill, mostly source, hit or miss. Black Ridge, if it's the port wine finish, I would say 100% pick that up. But the regular, not so much. And there's that. As someone who worked for Total Wine and had to drink these on a regular basis and sell them on a regular basis, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
There you go. I will 100% send you information, Dick. I appreciate you, bud.
McFarland Reserve is $16. First Call Kentucky Straight Rye.
The First Call Kentucky Straight Rye is fucking awesome. I would drink that every day.
So at the end of the day, what you're saying is there is some whiskey in this list that are great.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay. So 100%. So here's my real question. What are we getting to? Are we asking if Fred and Total Wine are now working together? Or
I will tell you.
Do we have a problem with this list? That is,
I have no problem with this at all. I'm more so intrigued and slightly confused as someone. Okay, understand this. Somebody who worked for this corporation for 10 months. on the shittiest of shittiest times that you could work for this industry, as far as a corporation goes, I'm talking pandemic. Okay, I was an essential worker. Um, I have a lot of questions because it's something I was around on a regular basis, and it's not something that I would push on the masses, but I would say, hey, if you like this, explore this, but not push it forward.
So
Um,
what you believe is the fact that someone like Fred Minnick is actually having this in his email is almost pushing the product.
yes, yes.
Which I will actually have to disagree with you on this
Okay,
one.
that's fine. Absolutely.
So the reason why I would disagree with you is, let's say, for example, Silbacks call me
Yeah.
today
Okay. Okay.
and go, "Hey Jack, we love how you talk about whiskey, and we want to make the Hood Sommelier list, right? Like either for Thanksgiving or for the holidays. For the holidays, you looking for whiskey. Here is the Hood Sommelier list, right? Now, when it comes to list, it can go two ways in the business, right? It
Sure.
can be things that you personally, because of your personal integrity, can literally, I mean, I'm talking about showbiz, right? You
Yeah.
personally
Absolutely.
love so much that you go, hey, let me give you the list of the things I care, right?
Yeah.
So I care about. So I can jump in and go, hey, wait a minute. I'm actually going to do, I want A, B, C, D, F, and that's my list. Because I know I can stand outside and defend that list all day, any day,
Sure.
right? But also there is contractual agreement that say, okay, Jack, I know you, I know you like A, B, and C, but guess what? We have also X, Y, and Z. Would you give them a taste and tell us what you think, right? Is it okay enough for maybe a beginner bourbon? Because from the email that I saw, about $16 bourbons. Come
Yep.
on. A $16 bourbon, I mean, can be great or can be okay. So if they send me three sample and go, hey, we have this that are our low end bourbon. We just don't want your list to go with only high end bourbon. Yeah, we know you the hood
Sure.
sommelier,
Okay.
right? But we just don't want you to do high end bourbon. Can you give us some low end bourbon? And also, right, bourbon that when people walk into our establishment or on our website will be like, hey, maybe I'm looking for something under $25, right? So now I'm like, okay, if I had to choose, gun to my head, I would choose
Absolutely.
X, Y, and I would
Sure.
choose maybe W, right? So
Cool. Sure.
now when the list come out, it's like A, B, X, Y, W is
Mm-hmm.
Jack list, right? The Jack
Mm-hmm.
list is out. Now, does that mean that everything on there, Jack will be a daily drinker to that? Fuck no. But it's business, right? It's business. So when it comes down to it, I can't. That's why I'm disagreeing with you, because if Fred is working with Total Wine today, there's no fucking way Total Wine would actually let him pick. I mean, there's a reason why there was a whistle pig in there. There's a
Sure.
reason why there was, and they call
Fred
that premium,
fucking loves Whistle Pig. Fred
correct?
loves Whistle Pig.
Right? But there's also a reason why there is some of these brands. So contractually, they'll be like, yes, we understand you have your favorite, but you have to understand Total Wine is also a retailer. Does that
Yeah.
retailer
Sure.
will push their own pick first, or are they gonna put
Always.
other people's, right? Other
Always
people's
going to
pick
push
first?
their own.
No. So
They're
we have
always
to
going to
be
push their own.
honest here and go, and say, you know, uh, we have to be honest here and know that you can, you can endorse some stuff that are not great, but they're contractually the best that you could pick out of things, and one or two things that are there. I've sat in conversation where people are like, they don't give you a choice. They
Sure.
can be like, hey, out of this 20 bourbon that we have here, while we want to participate with you, tell us what you will pick.
Yeah. So can I piggyback on this,
Go
because
ahead.
you said a lot of great things, and listening to what you're saying, I was able to maybe boil down a little bit more of what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. So a lot of my feelings against this, my experiences with Total Wine have been push, 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 and never having any actual experience. Okay. So one thing I will applaud him for, and you said this too, is he broke it down into category of what this is, what this is, what that is, and what you're getting, right? He did a fucking great job of that. I wish that the Total Wine as a whole would just do that. Just break it down into categories and not push shit down your fucking throat.
But
That's
again, the
that's
one thing I want to make sure we go by is like it's like me saying mellow corn is my top tier bourbon. You know what I'm saying? It's because in someone's head it never computes, right? It's like
sure,
Hood
okay.
Sommelier and mellow corn. The fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So when you see Fred Minnick and here is the bottom of the barrel shit that we pushing, you're like, those two things don't go together. After all, it is the Fred Minnick. So
Right.
you expect excellent quality in that, but excellent. This is just me, speculating, but excellent pick, and that don't pay Fred's bill. So the best he can do is probably what he put out there. Now, this actually brings me to a really good subject.
Absolutely. Let's go there. Let's talk
This
about that. I
this
want to
brings me to a
segue
really
to this
good
next
subject.
thing. Fuck yes. Let's go.
Yesterday I was on a live, and it made me start thinking, right? Because on Monday Sucks, we are not everybody cup of tea. And it's
We
pretty clear.
definitely are
That's
not.
why somebody like Bourbon Bar can come here and say, stop bitching, because he felt bold enough to come here and say some shit.
He's
But
never been here before. Sure.
he never
Sure.
been here before. I hope he never come back, because like we say in Africa, if you come to my house with negative energy, take your shit and take it to the trash and go shit there, right? That's literally it.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
the one thing on this live, two people that actually, one, don't care about because I don't know him that well. I follow him because he was one of the people that when I came on, and the other person I actually respect. But the conversation was going on about how people hype bottles,
Mm-hmm.
right? How
Sure.
people hype bottles. And this person was talking about how he spent his whole time on IG and all these social media to actually demystify, right? Right? Take the mystification out of these bottles that people want to follow, out of the hype behind a bottle and whatnot. And he doesn't understand how, new bourbons that are coming in are getting this whole social media following, and now they're just, they're not even great bourbons, and they're getting all this attention. And that's not fair, because us, right, us as social media content creator, will just come on and hype this brand, and we are literally deterring people to actually go after great bottles, or maybe people to actually grab, it's like, oh, this bottle is maybe, in their opinion, in this person's opinion, $30 bottle, but this brand is selling this at $100 bottle, right? But because us, you, me, and other content creator are hyping this bottle at $100, you have this newcomer in business or in the whiskey will come in and go, or because Jack says so, because Tim says so, because maybe Fred Minnick said so, I'm gonna go spend this $100 on this bottle. This may be the last $100 of this person, and because of us, this person is spending it on a whiskey. But what really, really kind of sat wrong with me is this person, I went through I literally spent the night and went through about 60% of their video. Out of the 60% of their videos, half of them were about Four Roses. So I sat there and went, huh, what if I don't like Four Roses?
Sure. That's
Does that
accurate.
mean that this gentleman is pushing Four Roses on me? Right?
Sure.
And I want y'all to be honest, right? I want y'all to be honest with me, right? Do you guys ever feel, right? Do you guys ever feel like we bring a lot of brands on here? Be honest and give us your honest answer. Respond to it in the comment, right? Do you feel like we push any brand on y'all? Because
that's a good question.
I want to look in the mirror, right? I want you will not hurt my feeling. You are not Bourbon Bar, so you're not gonna hurt my feeling. You guys are here every Monday. You see a lot of our show. Do you feel on Monday sucks? We push any brand on y'all?
There's 15 people watching right now.
Yeah, 15 on IG, about 4 people on YouTube and other places.
So
just let us know.
Legitimately, please put in the comments. If you're a regular on the show or you're watching tonight, do you feel like we push brands, or is there something specifically that we gravitate towards that makes you feel like I need to buy that because Jack and Tim are talking about it all the time? Now, granted, yes, Jack and I talk about stuff. Yes, Jack and I talk about brands.
You see, this is why we can't let people on Monday Sucks actually say something. Baron Beamer comes in with the, I feel like those Four Roses behind you are kind of pushy.
I can't. Fuck.
This is why I don't let y'all outside. Oh, 291. Somebody feel like we pushing 291 on them. Okay.
Fair.
Okay, fair.
I paid
Jack 37K to work. This is why we can't. You see, this is why we can't do anything with you guys. Oh man, I love y'all. I love you. I feel battered on the bottom.
Okay, so I want to touch on this because my whiskey cabinet brought it up multiple times.
Yeah.
And I want to speak on it. And they said 291. And they said not pushing, but you have mentioned it multiple times. Yes.
Yeah.
You are right. There is a handful of brands that Jack and I have mentioned multiple times. And yes, 291 is one of them. Now, I will say this from my side, and I definitely want to hear from Jack's side too. For me, the reason that I push 291 so hard, one, it's not from Kentucky, okay? It's Colorado bourbon, okay? Two, it's weird, and the fact of how it's being created and how it's being finished. And three, because it's weird, it's fucking delicious, and I want you guys to experience new things. So, yes, I push it in that regard because it's different, and I want everyone to experience something different. Jack, your thoughts on the whole 291 thing?
So here's two things I'm going to tell y'all.
Absolutely.
When it comes to 291, every Monday, right? If there is one brand, right? If there is one brand that is always on the show, not to actually show up. I'm talking about, I've interviewed this brand 2 years ago.
Yep.
They always will stop by the show and say hello. There's only two brands, literally, that I know that do that. One, Emily and 291 account. Every Monday, even if for a split second, they'll stop by and say hello. Guess what? If you are part of the house, If you're a part of the house, you get to eat the food of the house. So what it means here is, even if 291 was a shitty ass whiskey, y'all gonna hear it every Monday, because they will always come and say, we love and respect you enough as people, not as content creator. Let's get that shit out of the way.
Yep.
Not as content creator, as people. They earned it. Yeah, they've earned the right to be here. Right? Number two, as a brand, Jake. Jake doesn't even come in with the Star Wars account. He come
I
as
know.
Team the
He
Lake
comes in with
himself.
his. He comes in with
You know
his
what I'm saying?
account.
Jake walking anytime Jake got a chance to come onto the live, he's coming on. So excuse me, if I actually respect the people that actually respect what we do. They
Yep.
treat us as people. They don't treat us as content creator, as bottle
Right.
hoggers, or anything.
Right.
And I will tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of brand came on this show. But I can honestly today on Monday Suck tell you the brand that goes above and beyond. This Christmas, this holiday season, okay? This holiday season, let's come to it. I can tell you the number of brands that we actually brought on the show. Remember, people charge brands to come on their show. We do it for free. We do it for the love of actually what we do. A lot of brands come on this show. Some of them argue with us to even send us samples.
It's true. Very
They
true.
argue with us to send us samples.
Yep.
Okay? Some of these brands will feel like them sending you samples is like, oh, they did something so out of the ordinary. Okay? Some of these brands will not talk to you after you're done doing that. They love the attention they will get, but they will not even talk to you. They won't even send you, right, a Christmas card to say, thanks for being part of what we did the whole year. Do you know what Jake did? And these are things that I don't even talk about out loud because I don't want to put people on blast or anything. But guess what? Jake didn't ask. When I say, hey, Jake, we want Star Wars on the show, Jake literally, here is the next message he actually said. He said, do you think there is other people that would love to taste with us? I would love to send them sample so they can come in. And I was like, oh, Jake, whoa.
What up, Mike?
Are you serious? He's like, yeah. Send me 10 people that can come on the show and taste the same thing we're tasting. It's not fair for us to talk about our whiskey and other people that are avid people on your show to not try it. I'm like, oh my God. I was so shocked and floored. Right?
I gotta put Blue Run and my dude Mike and Tim on that too, because they sent me fucking Christmas cards. They made me a part of their family.
Oh, they send you a bottle. I got a sample, but you got a bottle. So you're their favorite.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I got an actual fucking Christmas card.
No. I'm giving shit to Mike, but Mike is actually a people person.
Do you know how long I talked on spread out through my day? I probably talked to Mike today for 3 fucking hours. And it wasn't even about anything that he's doing or what's going on with his brand. Like, he actually just fucking talked to me about his life and what's going on with him. He helped me with a huge fucking thing for my personal life going forward that he didn't have to do.
Absolutely.
Like, but I was talking to
Sean chose violence today. He's like, I will only love Blue Run when they come to New York. Okay, Mike, you heard him. Sean is waiting to get your product in his store, and you not letting Blue Run go to New York. And Sean is not happy with you. You need to get Blue Run into New York. It's a good problem to have. But yeah, Mike, they want Blue Run in New York.
Yes,
and make sure that Sean, make sure you connect with Sean. He will sell the crap out of your Blue Run.
Here's the thing, okay? So if 3 years ago, okay, right where I am right now, okay, if I went back in time 3 years from where I'm at right now to talk to myself and say, hey, just want to let you know what's gonna come and what's on the fucking horizon, and you would tell me it's with the people that I'm mingling with right now and having conversations with right now and people I call friends, I would say you're full of shit. The things that I've gone through and experienced with my life, I there's some part of me that feels like it's deserved, but I would say there's like 80% of my mind goes, there's no reason that I should be where I am and talking and having conversations and deals with the people that I'm having conversations and deals with. Um, and it's just
Brother,
it's
let's come back to the subject. This is not your soap opera moment.
hey, you had your soap opera moment. I'm having
I'm
fucking
talking
mine.
about the brand that is supporting us.
Fuck. Get fucked. That's what I'm talking about too. God
W-
damn it,
w-
man.
Make
You
your
have your
point.
soapbox. You have your soapbox. I'm having mine. This is full circle. I'm coming back to it. Brands, okay? It's not just about what you're putting in a fucking bottle and pushing to the masses. It's how you're supporting the group that's supporting you. Yeah, there's that. How
All
you
right.
supporting the group that's
I'm
supporting you.
even gonna help you with that point. So this person, when they were talking about brands, funny thing is, they were referring to the new brand that actually have a lot of popularity. Now,
Yeah.
the one thing we need to make clear, there's a difference between having good whiskey and being popular, right? A combination that actually make you jump to the stratosphere, right? Boom, right? And having okay whiskey and being popular, right? Because this person we were literally talking about the person had Penelope behind them. And he's like, they're like, oh, what do you think of Penelope? And he made a face, right? And what he doesn't understand, somebody like Mike from Blue Run, right? Like no one knows who Tim is. Tim from Blue Run, his partner, no one knows who he is. Everybody knows what Mike is because Mike is with the people. So for all I care, he can be farting in these bottles and sending them out. Somewhere you have to respect the fact that we are in a world where there is so much negativity and everybody is like a serial number to people that when you actually right when he actually you actually bring uh positiveness, make something personal, people love and respect you. So you could be average, right? Because even when it comes to sports, the greatest players are not actually the hardworking players, they're the most loved people, right? Because they actually connect with the people. Now, it just so happened that on a combination, like, is there every single blue run that will ever be is a home run for me? No. If Mike asked me my opinion and go, which is going to be, my home run or my favorite, I would tell him. I'll be like, oh, I like this one, but this one, nah, so much. But I like this one because that's honesty, right? And he will appreciate my honesty. Does that mean I'm gonna sit here and batch Blue Run and go, oh, Blue Run sucks? Everybody's talking about Blue Run. Who the fuck is these Blue Run babes? I don't even like that shit. That's just because they have the best combination of people, right? And good product, right?
Yep.
People and good
Sure.
product will always get you far, right?
Yep.
That's the one thing we have to be okay with. The second thing that actually happened, Penelope, yes, maybe Danny and Mike are not always the most out there, but Penelope is probably one of the brands that actually will walk to people, embrace people, literally hug everybody in. I even forgot about, I'll be honest, I forgot about Smoke Wagon when
Mm,
I started dealing with Penelope.
sure.
And we just are so lucky. We are so lucky that we got somebody like Matt Bourbon Jeepers becoming the brand ambassador. When they needed a brand ambassador, they did not go outside of the whiskey community. They came in the whiskey community to pick a brand ambassador. You have to respect a brand like that. So if
I
you're a brand, no matter how, this is what I actually reproach to a lot of brands. No matter how good your whiskey is, if you don't connect with people, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it to you the best way possible. Fuck you and that horse you rode on, right?
Yep.
Because the truth
Yep.
here is, if you don't connect with the people, right? And I have this problem with a lot of brands. Oh, we make great whiskey, so we are good. No, that's not true. The people make you. The people make you. It's not your whiskey that makes you. Because if we have to go toe to toe when it comes to whiskey, that means MGP will never make money. Barrel will never make money,
Never make money.
right? Blue Rum will never make money. Penelope will never make money. What
Smoke
do you
wagon will
call it?
never make money.
What's another one?
Smoke
Dan
wagon.
Kids will never make money. Uh, what do you call what? Midwest. Midwest, Brain
High West.
Bridge, and Midwest. Those people will never make money.
Yeah.
There's people that are coming out with great whiskey. Do you know what makes them fail or not actually known by the people? Because they don't care about the people. I'll give you the perfect example. When somebody asks me, put the name Nulu, okay, Nulu in
Here we
front of me
go.
today,
Here we go.
I had Nulu on. I'm the one who reached out to Nulu. You're new whiskey. I want to hear about you. But the way I was treated when I walked into the Nulu distillery, I felt like a redheaded stepchild. And the way I was treated, I walked out of Nulu and I said this when the owner or the distiller of Nulu came on our live. I say, you know what? You need to have more black friends. And he thought I was digging on him, but I literally told him, your staff does not know that you know black people. Because when I actually came to surprise you in your own distillery, they let me stand outside at the bar for 25 minutes, not knowing where you are and not saying anything. And they kept looking at me as if I did not belong to the place.
Yep.
But when I said that, he got mad and would never talk to me. But the truth here is, you need to understand that the way you treat people impact directly your brain. So if somebody walked to me today and say, "Oh, we're gonna do a Nulu pick," I'll look at them and say, "No, I'm not. I'm not doing a Nulu pick."
Right.
I would say that the whiskey can be great, but the underline of the people behind the whiskey leaves some room to really make me wonder. If you made me feel uncomfortable, I wonder how many other people you made feel uncomfortable in any place, shape,
Fair.
or form. And these are
Absolutely.
facts. These are not something I'm making up. I literally walked there. I said, you know what? The guy I talked to seemed to be a nice guy. Let me walk into the establishment and see what's happening. When I tell you that when I walked in that place, I asked the server 3 times, where is he? Oh, I think he's in the back. Okay. I stood there. 10 minutes later, you think you can talk to him and maybe have him come in? Oh, let me check in the back. She goes and I see her, see her. Just chit-chatting and flirting with another guy in the back. Okay? Come back in, it's like, oh, you are, he'll get to you. Make me stand there. And even when I send a message to say, brother, I stopped by your place and it was very weird. No answer.
Right.
No answer. So let's be honest. If I'm going to spend my $99 on a bottle, Yeah, you can say whatever you want about Blue Run. You can say whatever you want about Penelope. You can say whatever you want about Lucky Seven or any of these brands that are coming up. But guess what? I'll give them my money because guess what? They made me feel like I matter.
You know what sucks about this even more, Jack, is that when this happened, he was on our show and we gave him a space in the chat to come on our show and talk about what the fuck happened. And you know what he did? He fucking bailed. He left. He dipped. He didn't say shit. He didn't talk about against it. He didn't say that's not the way it is. He
No,
fucking left.
correct.
So here's the thing. Whether that's the way it is for him or not, and whether that's the way he feels or not, we gave him a fucking chance. And he fucking left.
Am I the most pleasant person? Do I say things the politically correct way? No,
No.
no, no. I'm never gonna be your everybody cup of tea. But there's one thing you get from me is pure and unadulterated honesty. You'll get that
Yep.
from me.
Yep.
Which brings me also to the point, right? Brings me, yeah, that guy, yeah,
Yes. 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 That
you
guy.
know,
Yes, Chris.
which
That
which
guy.
which brings
That
which brings
fucking
me
guy. Yes.
which brings me to my point. Yesterday, actually, the Urban Bourbonist was on that live that I was talking about. And the
Mm-hmm.
comment I made on that live is, do you hate everything? Right? And the reason why I said that is, I mean, Tim, I respect your palate.
Yeah. I respect
There's a
yours.
comment that was made on that live that didn't sit right with me. Is it because you have a great palate that it means that you actually ultimately can impress or make a decision on what bourbon people or what whiskey people should buy or not? Taste is subjective. I can
Always.
love, yeah, last night, Urban Bourbonist was there. He was there. I was surprised he was there because even some of his comment made me go, huh? Something was a little off with me because I was like, okay, I don't understand this. We in the whiskey community only have three responsibility. One, be honest. Two,
Mm-hmm.
tell the people exactly what we think, transparency, right? And three, treat people with some dignity. That's all.
Put
Everything
some res-
else,
put some respect on my name.
yeah, everything else is irrelevant. I'm not gonna come here and brag about how great my palate is. I'll let people judge that. There's a saying in Africa: salt will never tell you that they're salty. Because
I
unless
like
somebody
that.
tastes it,
I like
they're
that.
never gonna tell you how salty you are. Toss, yeah, no, and another thing. Maybe this is an excuse how I'm gonna put this. Being a good person does not exonerate you of the bullshit you put out there. That's one thing we have to be clear about. And even I was honest in the comment and said, "You lost me, buddy." I didn't even told him. I said, "You lost me." The reason why I say he lost me is because I never expect somebody of his caliber to have such an aggressive thing to say about a brand when we both know if I literally Urban Bourbonist Chris, you know I respect Chris. He's number one person I follow when I got on IG. Number one
Yep.
person I follow
Same.
was Urban
Same.
Bourbonist, right?
Yep. Yep.
Here's what he did. I saw him review whiskeys, and I could see from his face some of these whiskeys were just okay or not even that great. But he will tell you the expression he used when I heard it was sharp or seem young or why? Because somebody's trash is somebody else treasure.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so unless it's something that you're pushing people to do, you have to give literally every whiskey a chance. You got to give it a chance. And how can you even claim you have a great palate when your ass doesn't even explore the whiskeys?
But see, that's the thing, Jack, is that like that's the difference, okay? As you and I, since this show's conception, have pushed drink what you like, love what you like, enjoy what you like. Here's what we think. Here's where we're at. Don't let how we feel defer how you feel about something. Because that's what this community is all about. That whole the thing that we're talking about, that person, that attitude, that concept isn't about what this community is about. We're about bringing people together and enjoying things together. If you're not on board with that, you're
But
here for something else.
I don't think we should, we should actually go on and tell people, that, or you pushing, things on other people, you're pushing this brand. No, if I fucking love something, guess what? I fucking love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I love it. But here's what I said. I tell people all the time, like, hey, guess what? I love it, but you should try it with this, or that. But I always tell people, if you're a rye lover, if you're a peated whiskey lover, if you like sherry, this is where you need to be, right? But there is no way, right? You talk about, your mother's cooking all the time.
Yep.
There is a saying, right? You can't talk about your mother's cooking being the best cook, your mother being the best cook in the world, because this is your mother's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I respect anybody or any freaking body in any business is if they have the ability to look at me and say, hell, when someone only drink bourbon and comes to me and say, I have a greatest palate, fuck off. Fuck off. I said on this show before, and I would die on this hill. I would die on this hill. Okay. How can you, right, say you love bourbon and you talk about bourbon that were finished in something that you love, but yet, right, you never actually try the product that this bourbon was finished or this whiskey was finished in? You're a damn lie. You're a damn lie. So when someone tell me, oh, I finished something in a sherry cask, guess what? Have you had sherry wine before? If the answer is no, die today. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I've had this finish in a bourbon cask. Do you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for Fino wine. Because I had bourbon that was finished in a Fino cask, and I'm like, I wonder what that tastes like.
Sure.
Because that's the only way I can get a barometer, right, of things that I'm tasting. Okay, so if somebody is telling you he finished a bourbon in an Armagnac cask, and you never had Armagnac, you're lying. You're lying because you never had Armagnac. So for you to claim to have a great palate, I want you to walk to me and say, hey, I've had cognac, Armagnac, Fino, sherry, muscatel. I've had these things. What we interviewed Boston Bourbon Company. They finished their bourbon in KBS. Guess what? We went and got what? A KBS stout.
We drank KBS.
We drink the stout. Guess what? Because how can we talk about this shit when we actually never spend the time knowing what exactly this is about? So you cannot call yourself a spirit expert or know about spirit when your ass can't even have those spirit. If I walk into your bar and all you have is a bunch of Four Roses, a bunch of Buffalo Trace, a bunch of Heaven Hill, you are a fraudster. That's all you are. Okay? Give me some gin. Give me some tequila. Show me what you that thing that you actually are having,
Show me what you got.
show me what you got, right? Because if I'm gonna talk, if I'm gonna come in and tell someone that something was finished in a cognac barrel, here's what I'm gonna tell the person. From drinking cognac, these are the note that I get from cognac. Because I get this note from cognac, it makes sense that when I'm having this whiskey, I'm getting all these levels. I'm
Yep.
getting this note from the whiskey because it comes from that cognac. Because now I can discern what comes from the cognac and what comes from the whiskey. Okay, so that's again work I had to do myself. I had to do this work. So I always get very, very curious of these so-called influencers, or or because they live in Louisville. And there's another thing. It's not because you live in Kentucky that you know good whiskey. I'm sorry to tell you. As a matter of fact, because you live in Kentucky, you probably suck at knowing good whiskey.
How dare
I'm
you?
sorry to tell you,
How
because
dare you?
you haven't put in the work. You are literally are living vicariously through the name of the house you come from. It's like saying I'm from the house Targaryen, so I'm a Lannister, or I'm this, so I'm that. No, have you done the work?
My free pass is I'm not from here. That's all. I can live here, but I'm not from here. That's
Chris
my
is from
free pass.
Chicago, right? Chris is from Chicago. He knows good bourbon. Hell,
Absolutely.
I remember when Tesu, Big Gaffer here, told me that he does not like rye, right? He told me, and this was only based on experience. Oh, I don't like rye.
Hmm. I don't like
Okay.
ride.
I'm like, okay, no problem. No problem. Okay. You know what I did? Give him a blind taste of 3 whiskey.
All right.
Get no, guess what he did? Ask him what his favorite one was. Guess what he chose?
All right.
95.5 rye. And I looked at him and I told him, I said, when your opinion is irrelevant and your senses are talking to you, yeah, he just got a ball of that restoration rye.
Restoration ride is fabulous, as you
He
should be
said,
drinking
he said, leave me alone. But that is just the truth.
that.
I literally had to do that to myself. Did we were here. We were here. I hope one day me and Chattanooga whiskey reconcile. I hope one day we reconcile. I would take $80 before we reconcile, though. But
Give me $100 bill, and then we can have a conversation.
correct. But the one thing I would tell you right now is that
Bourbon
what
peasant.
was the one thing I used to say all the time? I don't like Tennessee whiskey. Well, I
You
don't like
okay?
Tennessee whiskey.
Since I've known you, the 2 years I've
Fuck.
known you, you have preached that hard. You've preached two things. I don't like Tennessee whiskey, and I don't like rye.
Correct. Right? This look at my 3-year evolution. Right? I don't like
Sure.
Tennessee whiskey. I don't like Tennessee whiskey. I'm gonna hold Chris, till the day I die. Till the day I die, I'm holding this mead experiment against Chattanooga whiskey. I'm holding this 1816 90 proof whiskey against them. They go jail, straight to jail. No,
Straight to
don't
jail.
collect 200.
Straight to jail.
Don't go through. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. Jail, jail directly. But here's what happened. I'm the one now drinking Jack Daniel barrel proof all the time.
Yep.
Okay, I literally I'm reaching out to what's their name, Blue Note, to come on a show. Tennessee whiskey. Okay, I'm reaching out to I'm having Jack Daniel barrel strength rye. I'm hoarding it right here. Okay, and I'm the guy who say I don't like Tennessee whiskey 4 years ago. I
As you
had
should be.
Victoria on, and we went through all the Uncle Nearest. So let me tell you right now, just like your ego, just like yourself, just like things you actually hold on to, you grow. You grow. So stop sitting there and telling people how grandiose you are, telling people how great you are when you only drink a specific type of whiskey, and then you turn around and say, "Oh, I don't understand what's going on in this industry anymore." What's going on in this industry is that brands are connecting with their people. And if
Yeah.
you're a
Oh,
brand out there,
absolutely.
right? If you're a brand out there that is not connecting to the whiskey industry,
Mm.
fuck your advertisement, fuck your beautiful pictures. Connect with the people in the industry. Connect with them because the best people that will talk about what you do are the people that are experiencing it.
Yep.
I'm giving you free game right now. You don't even got to pay me consulting fee. If your brand coming in, that's all I'm gonna give you. That's just the hard truth.
Yes, sir. All right, let's transit into something slightly less controversial and aggressive as what we just talked about.
Somebody say, I admit I suck. Happy now.
Oh shit. Oh
Oh
fuck.
man. Yeah, so again, me being a person that does not actually is driven by my ego. I actually chatted with Jim McEwen. That's what his name is. He's the owner of the Dram Fool. If you guys
Mhm.
never heard of Dram Fool, if you're in the whiskey word, you probably want to check out Dram Fool. Dram Fool is just like a signatory of the world. But this guy, I don't know who he knows and what he knows, but he have cask that he owns that come out that are from things that you never get.
Yep.
Project Carbonic. I'm drinking a Port Ellen, the Port Charlotte
I need some of
from
that in
Dram
my life.
Fools,
Need some of that in
and
my life.
yeah, he's a whiskey guys. He's an Isla guy too. Dremful Jim has a Port Charlotte from 2009. It's 61 proof, and it was first filled in Juricon Barrick.
Can I
This
can I
shit is
say
delicious.
can I say something really quick, kind of off
Yeah.
topic? Curtis, if you're watching this, I love you. Okay, but it's Isla Scotch, not Islay. If you come in my bar one more time and say Islay Scotch, we're gonna have a problem. It's Isla. Isla Scotch,
What next time he
Isla.
say Islay, here's what you do.
Isla.
You look at him and you say, "Hey, come here. You see this here? It's called Patreon/Hoodsome. Join that. He gonna teach you a little bit about Scotch
Yes.
because you're embarrassing me in public right now. Right?
I love you,
But
buddy. I love you. But it's Isla. And I've corrected it, and you still say Islay. Isla.
it's not
Isla,
easily. It's
Isla
Isla.
Scotch. Isla.
Have a
Goddamn.
Project Carbonic. We need to talk. When do you? We need to know when is your next pick? His pick
Oh,
of
yes.
he
Yes.
picked Highland Park. That shit is so delicious.
Ooh.
I've heard
Carbonic,
I've
what's
heard it with
good?
a cigar
Carbonic,
and woo,
what's good? What's up? Let's go.
we
Let's
need to chat later.
Yes, we do.
Which
Yes,
I
the
have to
fuck we
ask.
do.
I wonder if Canada. I have to ask Northern Bourbon if Canada gets any of the Highland Park picks. I
That's a
wonder
good
if you.
question. I wonder if they do too.
I know California get a lot of them. Northern
California
Bourbon.
definitely does.
Northern Bourbon, if you hear, let me know if Canada get any of the Highland Park picks because I'll be curious what you actually.
Oh, there's a good question for you, Jack.
What is it?
My whiskey cabinet says, "Okay, boys, haven't gone and bought a scotch. What should I go and buy?
Okay. What did it say? What is my whiskey cabinet say? What?
Whiskey cabinet said, I haven't gone out and bought a scotch. What should I buy?
Um. So if you're gonna be, what I'm gonna tell you is a Scottish region collect correctly. That's true. That is true, Jake. So one of the things I would tell you is if you're going to start, right? It's Dave. Okay, it's Dave. Glenn Forecast 12. Okay, that's one. If you're gonna be starter, I would tell you, if you can find Jake whiskey, the cheap one, get Jake's whiskey. Star Wars actually make a really male whiskey. They're not too aggressive. Don't get any of the crazy pick a castrate. Get the regular Star Wars. That's a plug for you. You're welcome, Jake.
Skyward, go.
Another one that you will actually you should look at is this brand here, Oaken
Oh God, Okentoshan is the shit.
Oaken 12 year.
The shit.
Yeah, you want the Oaken
Triple,
12 year.
triple distilled greatness.
You want that. The other one that is also very cheap and very affordable for you to actually get. I mean, you're single malt whiskey, but another
Sure,
thing that I would
sure.
say you should look for is the Glen Scotia 15.
Yes.
Glen Scotia 15. Don't get anything aggressive yet. Get the lowland whiskey and also the
Start
Campbelltown whiskey to start.
start in
Yeah,
segue.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You want the Glen Scotia 15. You want that. Uh, I will actually say I would dare you to actually look for the Glenlivet 14. Doc Swinson, look at that. Brands are coming on. I'm actually quite excited. Doc
Fox
Swinson
Business,
is
let's
becoming
go.
one of my favorite. After we had that interview, I went and revisited the way that they actually do their whiskey. And
Mhm.
Doc, we need to talk.
Yeah,
I
we
think
do.
I'm gonna come visit. I'm gonna
We
come
need to have a
visit.
conversation.
Yeah,
That's
we
what we
need to
need to
talk.
do.
You guys are in. Oh, they're gonna say, "Oh, our favorite is here again," but 291, like clockwork, they're here.
Hey man, I like 291. 291 supports us. 291 came on our show when
I
we were
will. I will
fucking
tell you. I will tell you right now. A lot of brand, right? A lot of brand say they love us, right? They love us.
mm-hmm.
But if we have to go solely, right? If we have to go solely by actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actions
Let's
of
talk
what
about
the
actions.
people have done.
Absolutely.
The people that have done the most is 291.
Yes, they have.
They have done
100%
the
done the
most.
most. Emily's here
They don't
now.
even need to actually give us money or anything.
Nope, they
I,
don't give
I
a
would tell you,
shit.
it's like having, you know, Emily is my whiskey wife.
Yep.
She always
Agreed.
worries about me for no reason at all. She always check
Same.
if I'm okay. That's
Same.
why, why, Matt Bourbon Jeeper, you missed the good part of the show. Like
You
I,
did
I
miss the
talked
good
about
part.
you so much,
Yeah,
and
we
you now
did.
show up. Now I can't go back and do it again. You have to watch the recast. Every time I give you praise, you're not here. And then after I'm done giving you praise, you gone. You show up. Emily is awesome. One of the things I will tell you right now is one of those things that you have to understand that people that are involved in the community and end up working for a brand, and that's why Jake is different, right? Right? Jake is different. Oh, you met Matt in person? Oh, so next week, announcement. We're already close to an hour and a half. Announcement. Next week is going to be a movie in New Orleans. Bourbon Jeepers. If you never met Bourbon Jeepers, make sure you meet you be at the New Orleans Bourbon Fest. If you never met Spectre, Whiskey Spectre, make sure you are at the New Orleans Bourbon Fest.
Definitely make sure you talk to Whiskey Spectre.
If
That
you don't know who the hell I am, and you actually want to actually know who the hell I am, make sure you show up at the New Orleans Bourbon Fest. If you don't know who Emily is from 291, make sure you show up at the New Orleans Bourbon Fest. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. All the people that you think you want to meet are there. So if you live in what do you call it, in Mississippi or around the area, drive, come down. It's gonna be cool this weekend. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah. Matt, you didn't tell me you met Jake. What in the sass is this? You didn't tell me you met Jake. We talked. I haven't met Jake yet. Jake, are you coming to the New Orleans Bourbon Fest? I wonder if Jake is coming to the New Orleans Bourbon Fest. Jake should be there. We need to go live. Yeah, we definitely will go live at the New Orleans Bourbon Fest. It's gonna be good. No, I have to get to KC this weekend. Oh, okay. You're closer to me, and then you actually are out. If I was in town, I would join you in KC. You're 2 hours from me, right there. But yes. He's already in New Orleans. I'll be there on Wednesday, so it's gonna be good. For all of you guys, also April 2nd, if you're in the DMV area, Afrofusion is coming
can
your
I,
way.
can I just say something really quick?
Go ahead.
Even if you're not in the area or you can't go, so I will tell you this. My plan was to be in DC when Jack did his thing. Jack and I know a good amount of people in that area too. We're going to go hang out, have a good time. It just so happened Jack picked the 1 week that I couldn't go to DC. I'm still buying the ticket and I'm still going to support him.
Appreciate
Even
it,
if
brother.
you can't, even if you can't go, okay, if you believe in what he's doing and you're behind what he's doing, and this goes for me too, okay? If you believe in what we're doing here and something comes up to where you could potentially support us, okay? Even if you can't go, support us. Okay? Just going to say that.
Absolutely. Jake, if you have an extra ticket, I'll come in May. I'll come to Whiskey Week in May. I'll come pour some Star Wars with you. Let me know. I'll fly in with a dinner is amusing. No, absolutely. But Afrofusion April 2nd is happening. Matt is going to be there. Bourbon Your Enthusiasm is going to be there. So if you're anywhere in the DMV area, make sure you check it out. Make sure you check it out. I would love to see you there. Yeah, I would love to see you guys. To see you guys there. Absolutely, brother. Any last words for the people?
Two things. Yes, two things. I made a step and a move in my professional career today that I've never done in my life, and if and when this happens, I'm going to put the vibes out there that it's going to happen. If and when this happens, it's going to free up a lot of personal time for me. And I'm actually going to get into a lot of the shit that I've been wanting to do for the last 2 years. And I haven't been able to do because I've been a slave to a retail position or a slave to a whatever, a slave to an entity. Okay. So keep sending me your good vibes. I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Send me good vibes. Keep sending me good vibes.
Yeah, we actually had a question for Stephen Jenkins. Who said, Tim, did you get that new job yet?
I'm working on it. Okay, we're partially there. I sent a proposal today. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And when this happens, it's gonna free up, like I said, free up a lot of time, and we're gonna get into the real nitty gritty of shit. So there's that.
You
And
got it, brother. You got it. You
and
got it.
thank you. One more thing before we go, because I wanted to talk about this. The show went longer into a topic that I didn't think it was going to. Jack, I have to ask you, what's the one thing in your collection that's super rare and or super fucking weird or you're super proud of where you could show it to somebody who's a whiskey lover and they go, "Damn, that's cool." What do you got? What do you got for me?
Let me see. So I don't like to brag.
Yes. No. That's the thing. I don't either, but this is a bragging moment. I am fucking opening up the gates. Let's go. Brag rights. You're allowed to brag. Let's fucking go. Let's talk about some shit. Let's brag about some shit. Let's
I don't
go.
like to brag.
I don't like to brag. Come on. Let's brag about some shit. Free
But
pass. Free
if I
pass.
had to,
I love it. Here we go. Here we go. Holy fuck. Are you kidding? No. Damn. No fucking way.
I don't like to brag. But if I
Holy
had to,
shit. Oh
Macallan,
man.
Sir Peter Blake.
Dude, that's way cooler
And
than
for
shit I
all
was
of
gonna.
you guys that actually are asking, yes, I've had 3 ounces of this. And
Holy
it's fucking
fuck.
delicious.
Way cooler than what I was gonna talk about. Holy shit.
I don't like to brag.
I'm still gonna talk about what I was gonna talk about. I'm still gonna brag. Jesus Christ. That's really cool. Fuck. Okay, so here's my brag. Okay, here it goes.
Okay.
I'll wait till you come back. Even though we already talked about it.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
There's the back of the bottle. Okay. It says 4 roses. Okay. 4 roses. I'll flip it around.
Okay.
Okay. I did probably about 4
Jen,
years ago.
you know, every time Jen come on, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Jen." I'm
And
gonna till the day she actually responds to me and my messages. Hey, Jen, I love you.
I did a cocktail class with 4 roses probably about 4 years ago. And we made cocktails with 4 roses new make. Okay. This is batch OESO, which is my favorite 4 roses batch, mind you. At barrel proof, as far as barrel proof, off the still proof. This is off the still proof at 141, right? I think it's 141. Jesus Christ. Yes, 141 proof.
Wow.
New make that we made cocktails with. This bottle was full. This is all that's left. This is my favorite thing that is in my collection. The rarest thing in my collection. And yeah, there's that. So not as cool as Jack's, but still fucking cool. I think you win on cool shit, but no, I will not
No.
chug it. I will not chug this. This is something that I shared with friends that come over to the house and you sip on. It's not getting chugged. Get fucked.
You know the funny thing is you actually also have something cool that a lot of people cannot claim to have.
What's
Or
that?
unless you finish drinking it.
What's that?
Some unlabeled mixtures
I still do have that. I
that
didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. So I personally know one of the guys that blends batches for Michter's. And him and I got into a conversation at a bottle share once, and he said, "What's one thing that you would love to see Michter's do. And I said, if you did American toasted, I would be over the moon. Next week at this bottle share, we hung out. You know what he brought me? American toasted. This does not exist on any level.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at some point, it will be done. But American Michter's toasted in the bottle. Here it is. There's probably
Straight
3 or
from the
4 ounces
barrel.
left. There it is.
What did Mountaineer Bourbon say? Straight from the barrel. SP. What is SP? Straight from
Straight from the barrel store pick.
Oh.
Straight from the barrel. That's a whole other topic we're not going to get into. Holy shit. That does not exist. It is not a thing. That's another day. That's another day.
There's a few things that I'm proud of when it comes to things that I think are very cool. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with obviously Bulkers. I've been collecting Bulkers for years, but there's 2 bottles of Bulkers that Steve had that I wish I had. But I tell everybody, this year I heard the Booker's Rye is coming out. I will push an old lady and a toddler off the way so I should
push
get
a
it.
lady. I will push a lot of things for that Booker's Rye. You best believe.
Yeah, that is
because that Booker's Rye is the best rye I have ever had, and I've had some cool fucking ryes. That guy takes the cake.
With that is. Yeah, I would tell you there's some bottles that I have, but only Scotch lovers who probably can appreciate things that I have that are very cool because they're truly one of a kind.
You have some cool vintage shit in your Scotch collection too.
Yeah,
I know because I have sent it to you. But yes, I will say your Scotch. From not a Scotch connoisseur like you are, but a Scotch appreciator. You have some really cool Scotch in your collection. I will say that.
And that's actually thanks to actually Matt. Matt have helped me with a lot of things that I'm looking for.
Yeah, he has. Absolutely.
Area. One of the bourbon I always pride myself to actually like to have that I think is so cool, but then I will never open it. This one. I know for some people it's no big deal, but honestly, the one bourbon that I have that I always tell myself I am never going to open, but yet it's one of the kind.
I'm so intrigued. Waiting. Just waiting.
Is this.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It's literally one of a kind.
Because the story behind it of how you got it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's just the coolest thing ever, but I'm never gonna open it. It's just like it's the Portwood finish, and when I went to Barton, I asked them about it. Like, oh, it's never going to happen ever again. I'm like, oh, sad. But
I will tell anyone who's watching this currently or watching the recast, I encourage you to scroll back through Jack's history of his journey. And it's either the 5th or 10th picture in.
10th picture in my thing. You got to go back 800 pictures.
It's either the 5th or the 10th picture in, and it's every 1792 release in a fucking circle. Oh, dude, it's the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah,
that was
fucking. It was one of those things where it's like it's.
You were happy about it. You were excited about it.
I was happy because that was the first. That was the first set of whiskey that I've ever had. Ever.
Yes. Do you still have that mini I sent you?
Yeah. I have the mini.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Absolutely. So I have every single 1792.
You really do.
Probably about 8 or 9 store picks of single barrel, small batch, foolproof. And
Jesus
I even
Christ.
have
I can't wait to come to your house and hang out with you.
one of the rarest one that I have is a 12-year store pick.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Is it was a charity club that actually did the 12th year.
That's cool.
It's one of those things that you just go, oh, it's truly one of a kind. So
Yep.
what was your first bottle of whiskey, Tim or Jack? First bottle of
Oh,
whiskey. I would tell you the first
are we
bottle that I
talking?
bought
Okay, go ahead.
myself was Woodford.
Mm.
Woodford.
The first bottle of whiskey that I ever drank, and then the
Oh,
first
if
bottle.
it's ever drink that's different. That I bought myself. If it's ever drink, and I still keep a liter of it, y'all kids won't know what this is about. But it comes like this.
Yes, Cuddy. It's the Cuddy. Or is
No, it's
that
the
Cuddy or no?
JB. Yeah.
Oh, it's JB. Okay. I thought it was Cuddy for a
Your
second.
kid don't know what this is about.
You don't know.
You
You
don't know
know the
what this is about.
JB.
This
You
is
don't know
African
the
royalty
blended.
right here.
Fucking love it. Oh, fuck. I love it. The first whiskey I ever drank was Jim Beam. I was heavily influenced by my uncle, who was a Jim Beam drinker, and he was like, "If you're gonna drink whiskey, it's gonna be fucking Jim Beam." Um,
JB straight and a Corona. Yep. JB, you if you know JB, you know
holy
JB.
shit, that's actually what he fucking did. 100%. That was my uncle. Um, the first bottle of whiskey that I actually like legitimately remember buying um would have been Basil Hayden when it was still age stated. I
Yeah.
drank the shit out of that. Basil Hayden 8-year was like my go-to. And I didn't even know what I was drinking until I moved to Kentucky and tried to go buy more of it.
Yeah.
And it didn't exist. So it started out it started out with Basil Hayden 8-year. And it's all downhill from there. All downhill.
Wow. All right, party people. It's getting to that time of the night where we pushed it past the hour 30.
We definitely pushed it past.
Um as usual, you guys heard it here first. This weekend, New Orleans Bourbon Fest every Monday. We are here. We actually will be having a new brand on soon. I'm working on a few of them for us to actually have. Uh, Remember, drink what you love and love what you drink. You always have to understand. Don't brag about your palate till you've had every single thing out there. Thank you so much for coming every Monday, for sticking with us. I tell you guys all the time, you love us more than we deserve, and we are grateful for everything that you do for us. And
Absolutely.
we can never actually take this for granted at all. For all of you guys on YouTube, Facebook, thank you all so much for being here. And we'll see you next Monday.